Hello and welcome back. My name is Dawn, Frosty XStitch, and this is a Flosstube extra about the cross-stitch event that we're hosting, well, I'm hosting in September this year, 2024. I should have put this out like weeks ago, but I could not get a room. It is really difficult to find a room large enough that would, for one, be not too expensive, for two, would be able to hold 100 stitchers, and would not already be booked, because the room that I was going for and was promised to me, they didn't follow through. They let me know about mid-January that even though my event is in September, they would not rent it to me. And this is now the second time that that's happened with that room. And I have connections to that room, so it's very unfortunate. And then of course, due to, as I've mentioned this before, sorry, my hair's doing something strange. Anyway, I mentioned this before, that the hotels, all the hotels around where I live, because this is it's a centre. It's for exhibitions, it's for Art Basel, Basel World, luxury items, art items. At the moment there's a spring fair going on, so all the hotels around here had tons of conference centres, really large rooms that you could rent and in a hotel, and they disappeared during COVID, and they have not reappeared. So I was desperate to find a room. I was really desperate, and I had already put out the word in the XStitch magazine. There was an article about StitchBasel 2023, and I put dates in there and said that, you know, in 2024 there would be maybe a light version of a retreat, and in 25 there would be the bigger version again. Now 2025, I've pre-booked that room already over a year ago, so that should happen, and that date should stay. Unfortunately, for this year, the date that I wanted, I had the choice to, well, I actually didn't really have a choice. We could have had a room, but we would have had problems, and it wouldn't have been a good, just the experience outside of the room would not have been very good. And I didn't want to do that to anybody, especially not to myself as an organiser. And so I had to, on the 1st of February, decide which room, this room or that room, and the date was before. I couldn't, the dates before in September I couldn't do, just for various reasons, and knowing about other people that they wouldn't be able to come. And yeah, so I had to choose a date that I didn't want to choose because I'm going to be 50 on that weekend, and I'm yeah, the birthday itself is not the issue, it's turning 50 is the issue, and sort of organising something that hasn't to do with your birthday on your birthday, something I didn't want to do. But it was either choose that weekend, have the good room and plan it for then, or leave it out. And I'm planning a light version of a retreat, because the last retreat it was my first retreat, it was the first time hosting, it was the first time everything, and I was on my feet for 4 days, and I was just worn out. I did manage, I think I told you, I didn't even put one stitch into my stitching. Not one stitch. I didn't even have the luxury of sitting down and stitching with people. So I thought that this year I would do a light version with like no sponsors, no goodie bag, no big, just more people, because last time we had 50 people in that room, 50 stitchers, okay, 50 stitchers. This year it's we have space for 100 stitchers, but because last year we had a lot of especially Swiss stitchers that I wanted to attract. I want to get to know Swiss stitchers, and a lot of Swiss stitchers found out like 2 weeks before the event that something is happening here, and so they were begging me, can I come, can I come, can I come for just for 1 day? And we couldn't accommodate that. It was just like, we didn't expect that to happen, and we couldn't accommodate it. So this year I have 10 spaces for last minute sign up, specifically for people from Switzerland, or just over the border in Germany, or just over the border in France. Like the very near to me people who only find out by accident that this is on and they would really like to come. So 10 spaces are open, and if nobody comes last minute, then they'll stay open. Then we'll only have 90 people. So that's sorted. I'm organizing this alone because I want to be able to sit down and stitch. I want to not have, there's not going to be workshops, there's not going to be things like that. I want to sit down and I want to talk to stitchers, and I want to stitch, and I want to just be there. So that's the way I'm organizing it. So there's not going to be big prizes, there's not going to be big sponsors or anything. So you're probably asking yourself, well, what does that mean? Well, for one thing, of course, just that you know Basel. I just wanted we have this. This is not a Bergsee. It's just this is our theatre, and we have in the theatre we also have ballet. We have musicals, but musicals mainly are in a different theatre. But this it's not a Bergsee. It's not, it's not in the Alps. It's not a nature. Whatever. It's actually a Tinguely. Jean Tinguely is a very well-known sculptor from Switzerland. He recently died a few years ago, but this is one of his constructions, and all these things in here, in this pond, they move and they spurt water, and it's fantastic. It's really great to go. Near to where I live, there's a whole museum with stuff of his in it and outside, and most of it is rusty, so whatever, but these are all still black, and it's not deep, but there's more in here that you can see, and everything moves and spurts water and does whatever, and in winter it ices up. So you have like these ice sculptures that are absolutely amazing. So this came out from the tourism board. So just, as you know, Basel has a lot to offer for its tourists. And this, I think, is actually quite fun, because this is not an Alpabzug. An Alpabzug is then when you bring the animals, mainly the cows, down from the Alps. And as you can see, it's actually people, and this is Fasnacht. Well, actually, it's not Fasnacht, it's something else. But basically, this is also a reason why I haven't been filming yet, because we had Basel Fasnacht. Basel Fasnacht is 3 days, but it's so much more. It's actually a whole year. The whole year is going towards Basel Fasnacht for Basel people like me. Very important 3 days. Turns into a week. So just, yeah, Basel has very much to offer. So if you come to Basel and you come to this StitchBasel Lite, you will have a lot of time to wander around Basel, because the stitching room is in the middle of small Basel. Basel is divided in a big part and a small part by the River Rhine, and we're in a small part. We're literally in the middle of it. So you can, when you walk out, you just walk down and you're at the River Rhine, and you can sit there in the sun and stitch. You can walk everywhere. You can take the tram, you can take the bus. So as you have to cater for yourself, You just walk out and there's a bakery, there's a little restaurant, there's a bigger restaurant, there's a hotel, there's just around, only when you walk out that way. When you walk that way, you go into the town centre. So we'll have a McDonald's, we have Starbucks, we have Burger King, we have Subway. No, I don't think we have Subway. Don't know. We have Dunkin' Donuts. We have the only Swiss vegan donut shop. Okay, just for all the vegans out there, the only Swiss vegan donut shop. Okay, it is only open on, I think, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Best donuts ever. I'm not vegan, but yeah, just a sort of, yeah. So this event is going to be small, like I said, in a sense that we won't have sponsors, we won't have goodie bags, we won't have, it's basically you come and you stitch. It's 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll open the stitcher room at about 10:30 in the morning and keep it open until about 9. You're free to come and go as you like. I've opened in the sign up, there are 5 spaces for people who only want to come for 2 days, because some people, you know, can't get Friday free. So that's okay. We accommodate. For 5 people, I can accommodate that. For the others, let's just start with the date. The date, it'll be on from Friday the 20th of September, then Saturday the 21st, Sunday the 22nd. Of course, you're free to come on Thursday, and then you just have to book that with your hotel. I was going to go and see if I can get a discount for people who come to this event at 2 Swiss hotels. Unfortunately, I'm much too late, so that's not happening. But it's up to you. You have to book your own hotel. So the best way to do that is to phone a hotel or go through their website and send them an email. Or the best thing is to phone them, tell them when you're coming, how long you're staying, and if they have any discounts, any special offers or whatever. If you do that, for one, they'll give you the cheaper options directly instead of going through one of these booking sites. And they all have some sort of, you know, if you come on this day and if you take it with breakfast, it'll be cheaper, or if you stay like until Monday instead of just Sunday, you'll get it cheaper because whatever. So phone them directly. It'll get you a cheaper room. It definitely will. Okay, so the event itself will be Friday 20th, Saturday 21st, and Sunday the 22nd. We'll be in the orphanage. And yes, it still is an orphanage, it's still working. It used to be just a church, and the whole thing with, you know, that belongs to a church and it has a wall around it. But it still is a working orphanage, so we are quite restricted in where we're allowed to go. We're not allowed to use all of the space there, and you're not allowed to smoke. You're literally not allowed to smoke anywhere on the premises. But there's a wall outside, so you can just basically walk out. As long as you're outside of the wall, there's just a little park there, skate park, and there's some benches, and there's a little pond. And then if you cross the road, there's a green park that goes right down to the Rhine. You can sit at the River Rhine, smoke, get your food and sit down at the Rhine or in a green. It's lovely, and it is in the middle of town, so you can just go and get something to eat and just sit somewhere and just enjoy the lovely town, and yeah, just have a nice time. And then you can go on excursions, and like I say, vegan donuts, but they sell out pretty fast, so you need to go there like early. I'll let you know. Whoever wants vegan donuts, let me know. I'll give you all the information. I can pre-order, and then you just can go and pick them up. Sorry, I just had a vegan donut the other day from this shop, and I had nearly forgotten how good they are. Okay, so we're in the orphanage. It's just next to Vegetime Plots. A lot of you might have remembered that name from last year. The people who were there at StitchBasel, Vegetime Plots, where the trams and buses go over. Yeah, we'll have the same sort of setup as in, you know, there will be electricity. You can leave your stuff, like your stitching stuff, on a table in a room, because the room belongs to us for these 3 days. I'll be the one locking it up. I'll be the one opening it up in the morning. So you just have to take, you know, your valuables with you. But you can leave your stitching there. Nobody will go into that room during these 3 days. No dogs allowed. Just, I think somebody said they'll come with their husband and their dog. It's just, you can't take any animals onto the premises. But they can wait outside. It shouldn't be a problem. And yeah, otherwise you just bring something to stitch. You'll meet stitchers from all over Europe. I'm really, what I think was, I just had a look at the sign-up sheet. We have 16 people from Switzerland. That is absolutely amazing, and I'm really, really happy about that. And I actually don't know all of them, so that made me really, really happy. But we have people from, there's somebody from Norway. There's you know, Darling Bluebell and Ingeborg Stitch Too Far coming from Holland. Frog and Fudge, you might know her project bags, thanks to Dobie. Yeah, Dobie is coming. She was the first one to sign up again. So, you know, sort of the whole thing, if some of the Flosstubers that are out there from Europe, you might meet here at this event. Yeah, so we'll have a brag table, we'll have a freebie table, we'll have electricity. Just if you're coming from a different country, you have to make sure that you bring adapters so that you can plug your tablet, your lamp, whatever you need, your phone in. You need to bring your own adapters if they're not compatible with Swiss. Yeah, we'll have a freebie table. So it's not a sell table. I know that in some retreats, the freebie table is a sell table or a swap table. It's a freebie table. You bring something, you put it on there, and whoever wants to take it can take it. And if you see something, you can take it. So you can bring a ton of stuff that you want to bring, or you can bring nothing. You still can take. And WIP adoption will offer that. We have a sort of sheet where you can fill in that you have a WIP. You can put that on a freebie table, and then people can come to you and you can discuss, you know, what you're giving them. If you maybe want some money for, you know, if you're giving everything like the floss, the fabric, the pattern and whatever, you might want it maybe something small in exchange. And some people just want to give it to a stitcher who will finish it. You know, some people it just depends, but WIP adoption is something that we will definitely have papers to sign, fill out, and you can do that separately. You don't have to go through us, but we have little sheets of paper where you can do that. The only two things that are sort of going to happen, that we're going to organize, is going to be a small exchange, and it's up to you if you take part or not. I will send that information out. I still have to write it. There will be a definition on how big, small, and how much you can put in and what it all means. You don't have to tell me before. It's basically when you come and when you basically sign in to the retreat, when you come and you get your name badge, you let us know you have something for the Small's Exchange and you hand it in to us. And we then put it on the Small's Exchange table, and this will happen then on Saturday afternoon. Everybody who brought something can go and choose something. But it's up to you, and you can decide last minute if you want to stitch something or not. And I think I'll make them the size pretty small so that some of you fast stitchers can stitch it in 2 days. So maybe on the way here you decide you still want to take part and you can just stitch it on the train. I don't know. And there's going to be a group photo, which we will do on Saturday probably. If you only come for 2 days, just those are the only 2 things that we're planning. All the rest will just be stitching. The price is going to be 65 Swiss francs for the 3 days. If you come for 2 days, of course, it's going to be less. This is a third of what you had to pay for retreat last year. In 2025, the price is going to go up because we're planning on workshops and other things. So, and we'll have sponsors and we'll have whatever. This price includes, you know, the use of the stitching room, the electricity, the use of Wi-Fi. We'll have coffee, tea and mineral water for free for you to use. We'll have just small snacks and fruit that you can just take. It's going to be free for you. That's included in this price. Like I said, you'll have to book your own hotel. When you sign up, in the sign-up sheet, you can read the sign-up sheet without signing up, okay? I'll give you the link to the link tree. You can read the sign-up sheet. You'll get all the information there. You can see there's some pictures and things from last year, but just know that last year was a big retreat. This is a small, just stitchy meetup in a sense. It's a meet and stitch and chat and laugh a lot. So you'll find in there that if you're from the European Union, you might want to stay in a B&B hotel in Weil am Rhein, because you literally, we border onto France and Germany. So the B&B hotel is just across the border. And one of our Swiss trams actually goes over the border and passes that hotel. So you can get in that tram, and that tram brings you nearly to the stitching room. So you just have to walk a bit from there. It'll be really easy. So, you know, you can stay in Germany, in a hotel in Germany, pay in euros, stay with the other stitchers, because lots and lots of German stitchers stayed in that hotel and they liked it. They said it was a good hotel. So I haven't been there myself, but all the feedback I got was positive. So I've got the link for that one as well. So phone them and directly book with them. Otherwise, I would say search for a hotel in near Wettsteinplatz or Messeplatz. So the ones that I can just say will be Hotel Rheinfelderhof, Hotel Wettstein, Hotel Revsleriti. But that will be when you sign up and you get the confirmation that you have paid, you'll get that information from me. If you want to book a hotel in Switzerland and you don't know which one to book. Yeah. If you're coming by plane, you should maybe go to the Euro Airport Basel-Mühlhus, and then you can get a bus into town. If you come with the train, either train station in Basel is good, SBB or the German station, both of them are fine. If you come by car, please make sure that your hotel has a parking space for you, because there's no parking in or near the stitching room. There just isn't. There's no parking space there. If you want to come by car to the stitching room, the nearest place is your hotel. So make sure that your hotel can accommodate for that. I was actually only going to offer small table spaces for you know, small vendors, maybe sort of one man, one woman efforts of people who dye floss, dye fabric, make project bags or notions, you know, needle minders, whatever, or patterns. If there's somebody small who has a small Etsy shop and comes from Switzerland or Germany, or just sort of and wants to bring some stuff to sell, contact me. there's the information on here. Contact me and I'll check that I can accommodate a small piece of table for you where you can, the best way to do it is set up with PayPal, and then people can pay with PayPal, because while you can pay in most Swiss restaurants and hotels with euros, you have to have notes. They don't take coins. And if it's something to do with me, if I have to go out and get something for you, I only deal with Swiss francs. So you might want to change a bit of money into Swiss francs so that you can get a few small things. But if you intend to sell or buy at the event, the best way to do that is through PayPal. Yeah. Now, what you might not know, but I was surprised to find out that, yeah, XStitch Designs, Judith, Yukos, and her very clever helper and seller, Tibor, are coming, and they're mainly coming to stitch with us. Of course, they'll bring fabric, so if you want to pre-order fabric, let her know, pre-order it, she'll bring it, and otherwise they'll sell out of their suitcase. They'll get space, we'll have a table, just not as big as we did last year. So, you know, just as you know, XStitch Design will be sitting at a table with us and stitching. And Tibor, he can sell you fabric that you didn't even know you needed, and you really needed it. So even though I bought more than I actually was going to buy, I'm really happy with what I bought. So just look out for that. And he's a really good stitcher. Vintage Tulip Design, Timmy, is also coming. She's bringing a friend of hers, and maybe we'll get a design from her for a retreat pattern. Who knows? We don't know yet. We'll see. You know, just maybe. Also, Frog and Fudge and her project bags might find their way. I know that Frog and Fudge will be coming, but maybe her project bags that are really, I tell you, those are really good. They might make their way here and maybe sell under the table or on a table. We don't know. Yeah, so there's a few people coming that might be selling just a bit of, you know, fabric they've dyed, sort of just for themselves, and decided they don't like it, they'll sell it, you know. So you might be able to buy some cross-stitch stuff that you can actually look at in daylight before you buy it and not through a computer screen. And some floss tubers that you might be following and that you think are actually, you know, just don't fangirl out over them. You're allowed to for 5 minutes, and then just please accept them as stitchy friends, because that's what they are. Really nice people, nice stitchers, really friendly. Yeah. So basically what we have is we have space. We open sign up for 80 people. And then once we've gone over the 80 people, we'll put you on a wait list. And last year we had a lot of people then either not pay or had financial crisis or family crisis or whatever, dropped out. And we had somebody even last minute, like really literally last minute, the day before the retreat. And then we also had somebody on a day of the retreat on Friday morning. We were told that one of the Germans didn't turn up. And I had a Swiss woman who said she wants to come, she really wants to come, if there's any way that she can come. So I phoned her Friday morning and I said, we have a space for you. And she said, I'm packing my stuff, I'm on my way. So, yeah, if you sign up and can't come, please let us know. You might not get like all your money back, but you will get something back and somebody else can take your space, even last minute. So getting on a wait list, you might get a space because it's only March and this is in September. Yeah, so it's me organizing this, but I will have helpers during the event, you know. You can maybe wash up your own coffee cup, but otherwise they'll do it, and they'll help you with, you know, the note that you put with your brag table stuff, and if you want to adopt a whip or whatever. Yeah, what else? Well, Basel's a wonderful city. You can come and go during the Stitchy event. Like I said, we have 2 things planned: Smalls Exchange and a group photo. And otherwise, during the rest of the time, you can come, you can go, you can visit Basel, you can do outings. We have museums up the wazoo. You can go to the zoo, you can go down to the Rhine, you can swim in the Rhine, you can go to restaurants, you can have fast food, you can just do whatever you please and come and stitch in the Stitchy room. So I would really love to meet you, because lots of people, stitchers are just amazing. And even though I didn't get to talk to everybody who came last time, a lot of those people I still have memories of them. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have a balcony this time. But last time they were sitting out on the balcony because we had like really warm weather, and it was just amazing. It was just something that I've never, you know, I met 1-2 stitchers before, and suddenly we have 50 stitchers, and we have X-Studio Designs, Tibor, Timmy, we also had Maya. I think Maya's not coming, Snowflower Diaries. And then, you know, and then you realise that this person I'm talking to is Frog and Fudge and sells project bags, and it's like, oh my god, that's you. Oh, I've been watching your Flosstubes. So it's sort of like, you know, it's an experience. It's a real fun experience, and please sign up, because even if you're only on a wait list, the chances that you actually get in are still pretty high. It's a long time until September, so there's a lot that can happen. So please sign up. I would love to meet all of you, and stitch with you and talk to you and laugh with you and have you as a stitchy friend, even if you'll go out into the world again afterwards. But I guess if this works out this year as planned, we will have a bigger retreat again in 2025, and then a light version again the year after, and then a big event again after that. And I hope that this serves as something to be copied, so that people in Germany who come to my retreats can organize something like this in Germany, or in France, or in Austria, Italy. They have Dutch Mania, which unfortunately is not happening this year due to health reasons. Dutch Mania is not happening this year, but maybe somebody else will organise something in Holland. I don't know. We have somebody from Belgium. Maybe Scandinavia can organise something, and I'm happy to help. I'm happy to, you know, give advice on how to set up a sign up, how to deal with the money situation, how to you know, deal with sponsors. Well, Ina's the main person there, but as we're not having sponsors this year, but I can offer advice. So if you come now and you want to do something similar in your country, talk to me, hit me up. I am happy to help. I really am happy to help, because just seeing people from my retreat last year, wasn't my retreat, it was the first retreat here in Switzerland, now go to retreats in the UK and say, oh my god, I went to a retreat that did this and that and whatever. It's amazing, and it's good. And every retreat is, when you have stitchers come, it doesn't matter if it's a retreat for 30 people, for 50 people, or for 100 people. It's just going to be good. Stitchers are nice people. and can become friends, really good friends. And yeah, so I'll put the information for sign up, the link tree sign up, so you can go and find out what happened last year. You can read all about that. And I hope you sign up for this year and you'll come and meet me and celebrate my 50th birthday with me. 50, who knows? Yeah, so happy stitching, everybody, and yeah, I would really like to have you sign up. And if not, maybe the year after or the year after that. Who knows? Anyway, happy stitching. Bye.